Hello.
Hi, is this Chris Silva?
Yes, this is he. Good morning. How are you?
Good, how are you today?
I'm doing amazing. Thank you for asking. So I was actually calling you because you were texting one of my partners, and I just kind of went over the message. He told me a little bit about it, but I wanted to jump on a phone call with you and see how soon you were looking to sell.
So I'm looking to sell maybe like mid to late December, just because me and my boyfriend we may be moving.
Okay.
So right now actually a travel nurse, and then my boyfriend occupying the townhouse right now. But I think either mid or late December would be awesome. That way, it just gives us some time to do stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And you said you're a travel nurse. Are you currently in town right now?
Not right now. I will be in town. Oh, not this weekend, but I believe next weekend.
Oh, okay, nice. And where do you guys plan on staying in San Antonio, or are you guys moving out of the city?
We're planning on moving out of the city.
Oh, nice. Where do you guys plan on moving to?
Probably to the Woodlands or Spring, Texas.
Okay, nice. That's awesome. And I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. You said your boyfriend's also a travel nurse?
Oh, no, he just occupies my town. He just lives in the townhouse right now while I'm away.
Oh, okay. Okay, nice. And are you planning to retire, or are you just plan on just moving to a different city?
I'm just moving entirely.
Okay, cool. So December, you said November, December is December is kind of when you're thinking of selling. That's kind of like your time frame.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And did you plan on putting this property on the market?
I actually was planning on doing maybe an Airbnb or something at first.
Okay.
But then at this point now, I think I'm just ready to just outright sell it, just because I don't really want to keep up with properties in Houston and in San Antonio.
Oh, okay. You have properties in Houston as well too?
That's what me and my boyfriend are thinking about. We were thinking about maybe buying and then putting some up for Airbnb, things like that. But I would just like it all in one city instead of two.
Yeah, absolutely. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I actually buy all over Texas. I have an Airbnb company called My Experience Matters. And what we do is we create experiences in these houses. So I have a Toy Story house. I have a pink house. I have a hype house. So different themed houses. And as I'm continuing to grow is I'm actually looking for people to run these Airbnbs. I'm actually right now in the process of buying 10 condos in Houston. So maybe this might be an opportunity for us to do future business as well too.
Okay, yeah.
So so these condos that I'm buying in Houston, we're not closing till the end of January, till next year. So I'm trying to buy something before the year ends. So if you're looking in the Houston market, that's something maybe I would definitely be we can definitely talk about as well too, if you and your boyfriend are interested in doing something like that, because it's definitely a real estate is definitely a great business, but it just kind of goes back to your time, how much time you want to put in, and then having in different markets definitely becomes overwhelming, because finding cleaners, if something breaks, someone makes a hole in a wall or something, trying to find a contractor and all that good stuff. It definitely can become stressful.
Exactly. So I think I was just planning to sell it out, buy permanent property in Houston, and then then go from there.
Okay, nice. And let me ask you, did you have a price in mind for this property that you were trying to sell it for?
I don't right now. I don't. That's why I kind of wanted to maybe. My friend is actually a real estate agent, so I just wanted to ask her her little input. But a price off the top of my head, I do not have one right now.
Okay, I'm just trying to pull it up on my computer, and it's the one on 6808 Betty, correct?
Levy.
Betty
Yes.
Levy, yes, ma'am. Okay, and it's a 2-bed, 2-bath.
Yes.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit about the condition? Have you done any upgrades to the property?
I actually did install brand new windows.
Okay.
So the whole property has brand new windows. It has brand new garbage disposal they were both placed last year. I'm looking to replace washer and dryer is brand new, 2 years old. I am looking to replace the dishwasher very, very soon.
Okay.
So those are like only the biggest ones that I've done so far. It doesn't really need much work.
Okay, nice. Is it evap or is it refrigerated air?
I think refrigerated air.
Okay.
HVAC.
Okay, nice. And it's not in an HOA, correct?
I do have an HOA fee monthly. Yes.
Oh, okay. What is that monthly? What is that HOA?
Sorry, yearly. It's like I want to say $280 a year.
$280 a year.
Yeah, and I just pay it outright.
Okay. Do you know what that covers?
I do not, but actually the lady in charge of our HOA, she recently passed away.
Oh gosh.
But the vice president, I bet if I text him, I can ask him.
Okay, yeah. Let me ask you, how's the neighborhood there? Like, do properties rent in that neighborhood, or is there a lot of homeowners there, a lot of rentals?
It's a lot of homeowners. I want to say a lot of them are actually retired. I think the property attached to me, he actually rents it out.
So it's a kind of a duplex.
Yes.
Okay, one side. And then you did just buy this in 2020, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now let me ask you, if we were to come up with a number today and kind of structure something, I know you're saying you don't want to close into December, but how would we be able to kind of open title and all that stuff if we were able to come to an agreement today on something?
I think so. Today I'm actually going into work, but I can, if you like text me, we can be in constant communication. I'm honestly open to anything. This is like my first house I ever bought by myself, so.
Nice. Yeah, and I mean, it sounds like you would like to, like for you, I think your future, you want to get invested into real estate and stuff like that. So I like helping people. I like creating win-win situations when it comes to me and sellers. Like, how do we both win? Obviously, sellers typically when they sell, they want to move into something else. And obviously, for me, it's identifying your goals and seeing how we could create that win-win situation. So yeah, like I said, I'm very, very interested in the property. Now, let me ask you, is there any major repairs that I need to know about? Like
I said, I really just I was looking to get a brand new washer. And then possibly, I think the biggest one is just the gate, because it's kind of been there's a dog next door, and then my dog, they have been fussing, so the gate needs to be repaired.
I see. Okay. What about the roof? Did you ever do the roof when you were there?
No, I did not do the roof, but when I was buying the property and the inspector went over it, there were like minor little gaps in the roof that were repaired, but I have not replaced the entire roof.
Okay, no worries. So we just probably need to get a maintenance guy. And then just another thing, I know based on the stuff that you're saying that you want to do, you said you want to do new washer and dryer, new dishwasher, and then
the washer and dryer is brand new.
Oh, washer and dryer brand new.
Yes,
okay.
It's just the dishwasher needs to be replaced.
Okay, cool. And then you said you put a garbage disposal, and I'm just kind of taking notes right now. Garbage disposal. And then, the fence in the back, and then probably just maintenance on the roof. Okay. And then I'm assuming since you just bought this property, you still owe on this, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so like after paying off the bank and stuff like that, is there like an ideal number that you're looking to walk away with? That you would be like, hey, Chris, if I'm able to make this, and this is me taking the property as is, doing no repairs, nothing like that, do you have a number in mind that you want to net out?
I honestly do not know. So, in all transparency, I think I paid, let me see, I'm actually looking at my account right now.
Okay.
I don't know how to read this, but we're going to go with it. Okay, so, let me see. So, like, when I'm looking at the estimated, like, property value, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, on Zillow, it says 167. I know, obviously, I paid a little bit less than that. I honestly do not know. Like, so this is my first home. This is my first buying ever. I would honestly probably have to talk to my boyfriend and then get back with you.
Okay, let me ask you, how much did you buy the property for?
I believe it was 120.
120? Okay.
Yeah.
And then you financed through FHA, or you went, or VA loan, or how were you financed? Because I'm pretty sure you got an amazing interest rate, correct?
I think so. I think I believe I'm through FHA.
Okay. What are your payments like every month?
My payments are I want to say $1,200 a month.
And that's taxes and insurance, correct?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So, and the reason why I asked that is because ideally for me, again, I want to be able to create that win-win situation with you. I know Zillow has this price. So what I tell people, Zillow, Realtor.com and all that, they don't really know the true value of a property, because the way the value of a property the way you come up with it is based on what's sold in the area that's similar to that property. So Zillow, they've never walked into the house. They're not looking at repairs. They're not analyzing any of that good stuff. So the biggest thing here is it just kind of comes back down to based on the repairs that still need to get done. Me taking the property as is. Another thing that I want to let you know is I will take care of all the closing costs. So there's no realtor fees involved, because if you go with a real estate agent, and that's why I asked you, do you plan on listing it? Is typically when you go with a real estate agent, you're losing 10% right off the back.
Right.
So let's say you were to list it at 160, you're already losing almost $20,000. So you're back at 140. So then your true net is basically about, just say, anywhere between $15,000 to $20,000 after expenses, after it's sitting on the market and stuff like that. Now, with dealing with me, if this is going to be a cash offer, ideally is I'm able to close when you're ready to close. So if you're telling me like, hey, Chris, I would like to close mid-December. Awesome. Let's do mid-December. What we'll do is we'll set a closing date of, I don't know, December 20th. And obviously, if you need more time, we'll give you more time. If you're ready to close sooner, I'll let my team know, hey, we're ready to close sooner. We'll let title know. Everything still goes through a title company. So the biggest thing here is just the timing of when you're looking to close. Did you have a specific date in mind that you're looking to close?
Not a specific date, no. Like I said, yeah, I'm going to actually be in Houston until January just for my assignment. So for sure before January 27th, but like I said, like probably late December is best.
Okay, yeah, and to be honest, for myself as well too, and I would like to close before the end of the year. And that's just because of tax purposes. Since the year's ending off and stuff like that, I want to make sure that I need to buy another property before the end of the year.
Okay.
So let me see if I have any other question. And is your boyfriend actually going to be also helping you make a decision on this as well too? Or are you kind of like the decision maker?
I mean, my name is on the house, but I would like his input for sure.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, I mean, if you want, I know you said you're not going to get into town until next week. Ideally, we could kind of jump on a call, all of us, to kind of see. Or if you want, I could kind of put something together for you, and then that way we could see if you're interested. Like I said, is for me, I need to move as fast as possible. And the last thing I want to do is wait and tomorrow I find something else and I'm not able to make this happen.
Right.
So the biggest thing for me is kind of how do we create this win situation? So going back over here, you said you put new windows on the property, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember how much that was?
I want to say in total it was $10,000.
New windows, $1,000. Okay, and for me is I want to make sure that you're able to get your money back of what you put into the property.
Right.
Okay, so if I'm going to be paying all the fees and stuff like that and everything on this property, do you know how much you still owe?
Let me see. Payments. Monthly payments. So remaining balance 108.
Okay. So we go this route. So I'm gonna present to you two offers of what I'm thinking that I can do.
Okay.
So based on kind of me analyzing this deal from my computer and based on what we talked about and stuff like that, is there's two options here that I could put in front of you. And one of them is a cash offer. Is I could give you a cash offer and I could help you probably net about $20,000 at the time of closing. meaning I will take care of all closing costs. I'll give you $20,000 at the time of closing. Now, another option that I could do, and that's my cash offer. Obviously, you've put in work into the property and stuff like that. Is another option that we could do is where I would be able to give you probably about $40,000, but that $40,000 is going to need to be on terms. What do I mean by that? So instead of you worrying about Airbnb, instead of you property management, instead of you getting a renter in there and stuff like that, is that $40,000, I would basically give it to you on payments every single month. Now, one of the biggest things for a lot of sellers is like, well, Chris, why would I do that? It's basically a seller finance deal. A lot of things for a lot of sellers like, well, Chris, why would I do that? One, the reason why is because you're able to maximize your dollar. Meaning you're not going to leave any money on the table. I'm still going to take care of closing costs. I'm still going to take care of everything. There's no fees involved. Everything still goes through a title company. So meaning we would draft up the contract. I'm going to take over that mortgage. I'm going to seller finance $40,000 with you until I'm able to upgrade the house. Now, once I'm able to upgrade the house, once I'm able to bring it to 2024 standards, because I still see that's kind of dated, still need some upgrades in there, quartz countertops, ceramic tile, all that good stuff. So for me is what I do is I go in there and I start fixing up these houses and then I refinance. Now, once I'm able to refinance, that's when you get paid out completely. But until then, you're receiving cash flow every single month. Now, another thing a seller always asks is, Chris, what happens if you were to stop paying? That's the biggest thing for a lot of sellers. Is like, Chris, what happens if we were to stop paying? Well, it's kind of like the bank. You're becoming my bank at this point. So now, if I were to stop paying, is you're able to take back the property from me. I actually own over 100 properties all over Texas and New Mexico. So it would be on my end, it's like if I were to stop paying, I'm paying you every single month. You're protected by the asset. This is the best thing about real estate is you're protected by an asset. So in the case if something were to happen to me, I would get abducted by aliens, is basically you're able to take back the property. You already get the property back. You've already collected all my payments that I made on the property to you. And on top of that, the property is now worth more because of the appreciation. Now, like I said, for me, this is something that I would want to move as soon as possible just because I need to buy another property by the end of the year. But it just comes back down to your goals, whether you need the money now or you're okay with receiving cash flow and now you have your money working for you. It's just kind of another investment for you, basically.
Okay. Yeah, you said will you be able to send everything to me like in paper? That way I can like just kind of look back and forth. And
yeah.
Honestly, like the first offer sounds better because like once I like sell it over, I'm done. I'm ready to move on.
Yeah, absolutely. And so it goes back to your goals. And this is what I tell sellers all the time. It really just comes back to the goals because, again, with $20,000, you could take that $20,000. And I know for you, you want to go buy more real estate. So it kind of just comes back to if you're going to take that $20,000 and go buy real estate right away. But now if you plan on saving that money, I just want to tell you that is the wrong thing to do, especially in the time we're in right now. Just because inflation's at an all-time high, the US dollar is going to continue to devalue. We see it in our food prices. We see it in our gas prices. We see it everywhere. So save money is really burned money. That's what I tell sellers all the time. Save money is really burned money. And ideally, on the other side of the seller finances, just remember you're no longer responsible for the house. So you're basically becoming my bank. And a bank is at the top they're like the eagle of the whole chart, you know? Banks are the ones that always win. So in this case, you're becoming my bank. So you're literally collecting cash flow every single month. You're not responsible for the HOA. You're not responsible for the maintenance. You're not responsible for the taxes. You're not responsible for the insurance. You're not responsible for anything that has to do with the property. You're just a note holder, basically. You're becoming the bank. So it just comes back to, again, what do you plan on doing with the money? Do you plan on utilizing it or do you want to move it? Or if you're going to save it, then I would tell you, like, no, don't save it. You're going to lose value. It's maximize your dollar and have that money working for you.
Right. Okay. But yeah, but the good thing is we have enough. I think we're looking at some houses here. We have enough for like a down payment, things like that. But yeah, I think, like I said, like once I put it in someone's hands, I'm done with it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, again, what I'll do is I'm going to send you a LOI, a letter of intent. Are you leaning more towards the cash offer? Or
was that the first option?
Yeah, the first option, the cash offer.
Yes.
Okay, so why don't we do this? Why don't I actually submit you the offer?
Okay.
I'll write up the offer. If you could text me over your email address. So that way we can go over the contract. If you have any questions, you could ask them. And then ideally, if it makes sense, then we can move forward. Obviously, the closing day we'll just say December 31st, or we'll close middle of December. However, again, for me, I want to be able to identify this property. And if I could get you $20,000 and this is something that you want to move forward with, you already have the offer in your hand and we're able to open up title as soon as possible. And then ideally, once you get back into town and stuff like that, we can start moving on as far as everything else. But at least the title company is able to start their work in case something does come out. And I always tell sellers, they're like, oh, Chris, there's no liens on the property. It's just a bank. But I tell sellers, sometimes you'll be surprised something comes up that happened a year ago, 2 years ago, and you forgot about it. And it comes up on title and we need to clear it out. I'm not saying that this is a case, but it is possible that can happen. So for me, I like to clear title in the front end. So when it's time to close, it's an easy transaction.
Okay. Sounds great.
Awesome. So what I'll do is I will send that over to you. If you could text me over your email, and then when would be a good time for me to follow up with you? I know you said you're going to get ready to go into work, so that way we could go over that contract together.
I think you're in Texas right now, right?
Yes, I am in Texas, but I am not in San Antonio right now.
Okay. I think we're the same time though. I think tomorrow around, because I have to go back to work tomorrow, but not till late. Maybe around 10 o'clock tomorrow would probably be best.
Okay, is it 10 a.m. right now where you're at?
It's 11:16 right now.
Oh, okay, it's 10 a.m. where I'm at. I'm on the west. I'm on West Texas right now. So yeah, I could do 10 a.m. your time tomorrow. That's no problem.
Okay.
And then I'll send, if you text me over your email, I'll send that to you. And then we could kind of go over that tomorrow at 10 a.m. your time, 9 a.m. mine.
Sounds perfect.
You have an amazing day, okay? And again, my name is Chris Silva. If you want to save my number, and we'll be in contact tomorrow.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Let's grow, baby! So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to submit this contract. I'm going to type it up, and then I'm going to not send it yet. But I'm going to wait till tomorrow, and then I'm going to call her, and then I'm going to ask her, did you receive the offer? And then I'm going to walk her through every step, and I'm going to have her sign on the phone. Let's grow, baby.